Hey everybody, how's it going? All right, so I'm gonna be putting up some videos for you guys to look at, some snaps. There is some commentation of some videos. Uh, this is not about hating people or a hate crime or hate speech. This is just about general knowledge of what's going on and what's happening in this world today, and what can happen to America, because it's happening as we speak. The things that are going on. Tell me what you think about it. Hit the like button and let me know. Leave a comment. I'll be back in a little bit.
Proposed is that we raise $10 billion to pay for our entire economic agenda and start to Trump-proof our city, because we know he'll use federal funding as leverage over this city. And we will do so in two key ways. The first is to match the state's top corporate tax rate to that of New Jersey. We are at 7.25%. They're at 11.5%. Corporations can pay it over there. They can pay it over here. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't just apply to corporations headquartered in New York City. Because when you say this, people will say, well, they're going to go to Florida. Mm-hmm. Wherever you are headquartered, as long as you do business in the state of New York, you are taxable for that corporate tax. We're talking about corporations that are making millions of dollars, not in revenue, but in profit. And the second is taxing the top 1% of New Yorkers. We're talking about people who make $1 million a year or more, taxing them just by a flat 2% tax increase. And I know if 50 Cent is listening, he's not going to be happy about this. Mm-hmm. He tends to not like this tax policy, but I want to be very clear. This is about $20,000 a year. It's a rounding error. And all of these things together, they make every New Yorker's life better, including those who are actually getting taxed.
Now, you also want to cut.
Going to bomb the planet. Dead to America, dead to Trump. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
Oh my God.
Sit down. Don't move.
Get down now.
According to their interpretation of prophecy, believe that it is their calling to trigger this apocalyptic showdown. And therefore, when they recruit fighters, what they are recruiting them for is to be a part of this army that is going to trigger this final showdown between the West and Islam, that Islam will win, and then the whole world will be governed under their set of rules, led by the emergence of the 12th Imam, the Mahdi, their messianic figure. Why is this important for us to understand? And why is that important for the next Secretary of State to understand? Because when you understand it, you realize these are not people you can negotiate with. These are individuals with an apocalyptic vision of the future. And they will not stop until they feel they have succeeded in triggering this apocalypse. It, by the way, is similar to the views held by the Ayatollah in Iran. And so when people that have an apocalyptic vision of the future are growing in their capabilities, in the case of ISIS, or trying to acquire a nuclear weapon in the case of Iran, you understand why it is that in many cases diplomacy and engagement is not
classical law. It seems like one can own a slave. So can you talk to me about that a little bit?
Yeah, and this is rooted in the Quran itself. That since the Quran has left it open as a possibility that people could own slaves, well, who are we to cancel it altogether? We human beings have no say in what God has allowed.
So when you ask the question, why didn't Islam abolish slavery? Because this mechanism is important for society.
Why didn't Islam abolish slavery abruptly? Because then it would create chaos, anarchy within the society, the social fabric of society.
All right, so now that we've viewed those, and again, there is some stuff in there that's a little bit discouraging to hear, but it's not about that, it's not about hate. So it's just about, like I said, it's about knowledge and where we are heading in this world right now. So hit that like button, subscribe, peace out, love you guys, watch the videos, and don't forget to catch me in the morning for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. God bless.